Alrighty, welcome back. We got Aidyn in the house. I'm going to get him work with me today. I have the firewall sort of mapped out. As we're looking at it, Aidyn said there's a pocket inside there. He said, "What are you going to do with that?" Well, on the corner there, I'm going to have to add a little bit of cardboard in there, or Bristol board in there, to cover that hole. Once this metal comes up, there's going to have to be a piece made on this pattern. There's going to have to be a piece of cardboard made in there. Once we get this firewall covered up, then we'll have to put this piece in first. Once we get that done, then we'll cut this outside piece to fit the firewall. The reason the firewall is going like this, I can't lean the firewall back into the square tubing that holds the A pillar, the door pillar. I can't get that back in there. I could French it back in there, but I can't because of the hinges and the air conditioning. If you recall, this firewall came out about this far, and I have chopped it off to put it on top of this Merc. As I'm doing the firewall, I have to do more or less what the car is telling me to do. I really can't French that in there because the hinges are here, and I'm coming straight down. And I'm wondering why. Why is it going like this? Well, we're building a COE. It's a cab over. The front firewall is over top of the engine, you know what I mean? That's basically what's going on. I've got it so far forward that the front end is over top of the engine a little bit. Not all the way, but a little bit. You would be able to see it from the inside of your cabin if this was not in there. So we are actually over top the engine, probably by about 9 inches, I think the measurement was. But as I have that in there, I cannot put all this in here until I get the firewall made for the car down there for itself. You know what I mean? I got to make this firewall down there first. I'm not going to leave that looking like that. I don't want to. I'm going to pull this off. You can take that middle piece out if you want, Aidyn. We'll just set it aside. What I mean by aside is over here on the floors. Be fine for me. We'll just pull that out, stuck at the bottom of the fender. So this is the piece that goes in there, and I can more or less show you why I can't go down in there. When I go down in there, my hinges are here. I'm going to come down in there, and then I got to French out something here. It just kind of makes it an awkward looking firewall if I start going down this way and Frenching this. I just like to have it come straight down, come out, cap it off, be done with it. But as I'm looking at this firewall, the engine is going to be sitting here. This is the firewall. This is the firewall for the cab. Now we have to make a piece for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Aidyn in there, and I'm going to get in there with him sort of, I guess, somehow. We're going to take some cardboard, and we're going to make a piece that goes from here to down here so we can cover that all off and make it look nice. There's no reason, we don't need all these holes. There's a hole there for the steering column. Yes, there is. But I'll be able to see that from the back side if I want to acquire that hole. If I need that hole, I can always put the original steering column back in it and knuckle it up there if I wanted to. Yes, I can. I'll come up through the floor and knuckle it up to my steering column, up to the driver. The brakes could go on pretty well the exact same place. Everything like that, you just have to modify the pedals and all that sort of stuff. But as we're going with this right here, right now, I am going to put Aidyn in the hole. You're getting in the hole, Aidyn, if you can. You want to climb underneath there. I'm going to hand you some cardboard, Bristol board, some stuff, and we'll see what we can do. And basically, what I want you to do, Aidyn, this is what I want you to do, old brother. Take a look at that firewall. Basically, you're going to do the exact same thing I do. You're going to look at the firewall. You got from here or underneath to down here to do it. Would you put it hard against it and try to mock it? Would you bring it? See this lip right here? You can bring it out to this lip right here and weld on this lip. You ask your brain how you would do it, because there's many ways you can do it. You could complicate it and put a bend on it here and a bend on it here and bring her down and bend it over there and try to spot weld it in there. You could bring it straight from here right down to the bottom, just try to weld it on the bottom, make it easy, and try to trace the sides. There's many different ways that you can skin the cat on this, and I would like to do it the easiest way. And what do you think is the easiest way? I think we should have our tag. But to me, there's a lip underneath here. See that lip underneath here?
Yep.
Okay, there's a lip underneath here. if I take a piece of, I'll give you this level, just take that level and put it on this face, just run it down like this, run it straight down, turn it like this, put it on that face. When you do that, does it look nice here? Does it look like it's angled down a little bit? It looks okay. You would never tell if I was outside the car and I was looking at the firewall. I wouldn't know the difference. It was tilted back a little bit. It doesn't hurt anything. When you tilt that, when you do that, come over here and see if you can get that level in there somewhat. Will it come over here and hit on this? Can you make your metal come over and hit on that? You think that's a good idea, or would you lay it in there inside on that and weld it in there, or would you try to weld it on that edge? If you weld on that edge, it looks like it's going to keep it out a little bit. See this mount?
Yeah.
If you weld on the edge, it's going to keep it out a little bit there. It really is. I'm thinking, to me, I'm thinking if we took and set it flat against this and cut it to fit this, and it'd be hard to weld that edge, would it not, all the way down?
Yeah.
It sort of would if we cut it, and it'd be hard to weld that edge all the way down. If we got it fitting in here, you can weld it there. We can spot weld it there, and plus it sits flat on this. We can bend this down a little bit, just get it sitting flat.
Yeah.
I think we'd be better off. We could take a little grinder. We could flatten this off a little bit so it lays flat. Clean that up so it lays flat. We can go along there and take that clip out so it lays flat. We'd grind that little bit off so it lays flat. So we'd bring that down to wherever we can get it welded on this piece, and then we'd have that firewall covered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this Bristol board in half for you, or actually you're going to give me a measurement from, what are you going to say? You're going to say on the outside, you want to do it on the outside of the lip here, or you want to go inside on the lip? I guess whatever way you're doing it, you're still welding underneath. You know what I mean? You're still welding underneath. So what if we stuck it on this lip here, the outside lip one, instead of putting it all the way in because it'll look on an angle?
Yep.
If we put it on there, then we can weld it to the nice square tubing.
Yep.
And it has backing to go against.
Okay. Even more support.
Yeah, a little more support. So we'll go from there straight down to here. And we're going to cut it so it fits in here. I'm going to give you a measuring tape. I'm going to leave you alone for a second. I'm going to give you a measuring tape. You can measure it. What I'd like to see you measure, you're going to put it underneath. You're going to put it on top of that. You have to your measuring tape has to go. Yeah, exactly. And you're going to go down to the nicest spot. What you want to make is, your what can I say? Will we cover that if you only go 13? If you go up to this line, we're not going to cover this, are we?
No.
So we're going to have to go.
Past it.
Let's go. Because we want to get it welded on this line here. Let's take a measurement from this side and go down to this bottom piece and see what happens. So we're at 14 and a half.
Yeah.
I think 14 and a half would be our better call, and the reason being is because it would sit flat on that. I think this piece might have to come off by looks things.
This one.
Yeah. We might even bend it. So we're going to need at least a piece. Do it again. Measure it again. The longest plate. You want to measure your longest distance, what you want to cover. So we're at 14 and a half. So if we made, tell you what to do. You jump back out of there. You take your, watch yourself because I think hinges get you in the back. You take your measurement, your 14 and a half. I'm going to give you a ruler. You're going to have to cut a couple pieces of this. 14 and a half. Measure 14 and a half on one side, and then go to the other side. This is a trick too, hey? When you're measuring, like I just want you to measure. Say this is your metal.
Yep.
So you need 14 and a half. So you just make a little mark or whatever with your marker. And what I'm going to say now, if you're doing your thing, try to keep your tape measure in a straight line.
Keep it flat.
So you know exactly it's a straight line. You start measuring like this and start doing that, you're not getting a true read. So you can do whatever. I'm going to leave that to you. You just take your mark, put on. You can even do it with this one. Even like you're 14 and a half on that, but 14 and a half. And once you get it marked on this side. Once you get it marked on this side, go to this side, mark it off. And what we'll do is take this, draw a line, cut it off a pair of scissors. Then we're able to put it in there and try to make it fit.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? We got the right length. We got sort of what's going on. And we need two pieces, so I'll give you another piece of cardboard because you're not going to get all the way across with one because that stuff's 22 inches wide and we need 14 and a half, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. So you need 2 pieces of that cut at 14 and a half.
4.5 straight down the center.
Right. So you're gonna 14 and a half here. Right. We'll bring this over here. Nope. Just a minute now. You gotta bring this down. Not a true read. See. Cut that out. Bring it down this side. Come down this way. Just take it off. Put it on. Pretty hard on there. 14 and a half. Now you're gonna mark. You can mark it with your marker. And you have to do a good job cutting with a pair of scissors, right? Because we're going to use that as a pattern. So try to cut it with the best, and do the exact same thing to that piece. And then we'll have 2 pieces to get in there and try to make that shape. We'll have enough distance to try to make that shape. And then we'll do it together. Right. Come this way, baby. Just for a second. Have to show appreciation. Got our bench together. Thank you, Guy. I can't remember the name exactly because we went through a lot of people, but Jolene put the bench together this morning. She did a beautiful job. Yes, she did. Huh? Probably deliver babies in them at the hospital. Anyways, Lincoln Electric has overdone themselves. They sent us some gloves. They sent us some helmets. They sent us a jacket. We have a Lincoln welder going on here. Like, this is a badass welder. And they sent a plasma cutter. It's a MIG stick TIG. I've never TIG before in my life. I've done a little jig, but never a TIG. They've sent this to us, and they've also sent us a new MIG welder. Haven't got into it yet, but we are going to. And the reason being is the Lincoln stuff that we have right now is working perfect. It's working good. So we're not going to jump right into that for a minute, but you really have to show appreciation for them. I hope that we do you honor or do you good or whatever. We appreciate it. When we get the stuff out and get using it, we'll make a video of that, obviously, showing how well it works. The helmets are beautiful. The gloves are beautiful. The jackets are beautiful. Even Jolene got a beautiful helmet. Even got a nice case. I'm not used to looking after my stuff this well, but there it is. They even sent a message that FINA's going to get a care package. Can you believe that now? Well, that's a beautiful helmet. Beautiful. Lincoln Electric. There's a good deal on Marketplace right now. There's a Lincoln welder for sale. I would have ran and got it probably, but voila. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Lincoln. They're even thinking about our dog. That's a good way to our heart, really. That's a good way to our heart. I'm going to go back with Aidyn here. We're going to try to make a firewall. We have to make a firewall because we need to get the bottom done before we get the top. We're just going to make all this stuff, and then we'll apply it after. I know I've got in my brain that I know I have to do the door first. Just don't want to be there yet. Just sort of want to figure out this. And the reason I say I don't want to put the firewall in yet is because the post is right there. And when you can weld the hinges on, that easy, jump in there and weld the hinges on, that's the way I'd like it. Once I put the firewall on, there's no way to get at the hinge. Well, there is a way to get at it, but you have to be that big. Did your mother let you use scissors?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep.
Some mothers don't. Do they?
No running with scissors.
No running with scissors. Oh, I was taught to get them. Alrighty. I'm gonna let you do this. I'm gonna watch, but I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay.
Put you through the paces. He's got a short stroke on the scissors, boys. He's got her right by the throat, right where she's sharp. Making lemonade signs. Seen a couple kids at the corner of going out of canning selling golf balls. I was a kid, man. I'm afraid what I'd be doing with those golf balls. All right, you may as well go in. I'll hand them to you, or whatever. You may as well go in. Don't hurt yourself. Go slowly. What has to happen, or what I generally do, get yourself comfortable if you can. Sit down, maybe they'll get them hinges in your face. Yeah. You're going to have to go over. See how remember we decided that we were going to cut this here, make that shape. So we're gonna have to go all the way over. Can you go over a little further? Go over a little further. Hold your. You got to make sure all that metal. This is your metal, eh? Okay. I want you to make sure that's up tight all the way along. Okay. We got to come past this a little further because we need that. We need that. Just come back a little further if you can. There you go. There you go. So hold that up tight. Make sure all the metal's up tight because you're going to weld it. And we're not going to weld it unless it's tight. So now, as you got that on there, I'm going to press on this. Oh. Can you? Is the metal all up tight up and top?
Yeah.
I'm going to press on this, and it's going to give us our mark. And that's where we know that we have to cut it, or no, we don't have to. That's where we are going to cut it off. Put it in there. So, pull that away, please and thank you. All right, see that? Can you see it from the other side better? Let's turn it over. I'm going to pass you the scissors. So now you know that you have to make the plan in your mind what you're doing first, obviously, before you start making the plan. See the mark that we got going on there? Yeah. That mark, don't fool yourself. That mark is this. So to be honest with you, you'd want to do one. You wouldn't want to cut on the mark. Or I suppose you can. You can cut on the mark. But I was just thinking that's where it is. There's where you want to cut, sort of, because you want to fit inside that.
On the inside of it.
Yeah, but let's cut the mark because we haven't got it, so it has to fit in there right now. All we need is the shape, so you can cut it exactly on the mark because we haven't got it all. Nothing's holding us from not doing that. But there's a true read there, and there's a not true read. When you make the mark, you have to sort of make sure that you're cutting on the right side of the line. Right at the present moment, it does not matter because we can shove it over in and see if it fits. We're hard up, all we have to do is shove it over. If that's the shape, it should fit no matter what because it does not have to fit in. It just has to fit there for now. The other piece on the other side will be the one that we'll have to maybe do that too, You didn't get Bristol board art in school, did you?
No.
You didn't get Bristol board art in school?
No.
The easiest way to transfer something is with a paper pattern. If you really want to become a, what's that called? I called it before. What's that thing called? When you transfer something? What word did I use that? I'm not sure what I'm thinking. Oh, I know what I'm thinking about what the word is. Shove it in there and see if it fits. Shove this in there. Is it fitting? Is it fitting up top there? Is there any problems up there? Can you come up higher? See, can you just make what has to happen? You have to make sure that this fits over here, and you have to make sure it fits over here. Right underneath. Is it fitting underneath here nice and tight?
Yeah, it's up there.
That's okay. That's okay, because there has to be something that comes here and caps that off. I want to weld something there. But we fit all good down along here, do we? Mm-hmm. We're a little, see this? See how it's a little tight there in that corner?
Yeah. Take a little bit off.
Let's cut a little bit off that. When I made that quarter panel, what did I call that? When I transferred to metal or paper? 3D printer. Oh, I couldn't get that in my brain. No way. That's your 3D printing sort of. You know what I mean? You're making the exact same shape with a piece of cardboard. There you go. Does that fit nice? Look all the way up there. You look all the way around. Looks all the way nice down there, doesn't it? It's good down there. Looks good. All right, now let's take a mark. Hold your thing in place. I want you to mark it on the firewall. Here, take this marker. Mark it on the firewall where your cardboard ends. You know what I mean? Just mark. Yeah, give a little mark right there where it ends. Yeah, and go down a little further. Just stop for there. That's good enough. Go down, wait to the bottom. Right to the bottom. Yeah, right there. Okay. Now, if we're lucky, you may as well come out. Oh, geez, there you go. He'd be bloody in a minute. Have to give him a hard hat.
Pound the hinges.
That won't hurt you. That'll just make your head soft. You're going to transfer that line. It should be the exact same. I'm hoping. Let's get all the edges, all the corners squared up on this side. Square all the corners up. And what I'm doing is I'm guessing that the other side is exactly the same. That's what I'm guessing. You got a marker? Let's trace this off. And you know what to do after that.
Cut her off.
You got her, brother. You got her. I'll just clean up here a little bit. I'm going to get a couple benches out, get some metal ready. What's going to happen when you cut that, when you take and cut that off, Aidyn? You're going to go back in. You're going to make sure that you don't hit your head on the hinges, and then you're going to try that piece on the other side. Listen to me for a second. Then you're going to see where see this mark?
Yeah.
You'll be able to maybe find that mark and mark it on there.
This piece of paper.
And then we can. Anyways, you try it in first, and then we'll get that cut. Don't know where my brain's at. I'm thinking too fast.
Yeah.
Just that the mark that you have basically isn't where I would like. Maybe we should have marked it when you put the cardboard on. When you put this piece on, your cardboard's probably going to go over top of that, and you're not going to see it. We should have maybe put the mark up here, and then you could just eye it down and then mark it on there, and we would know where to tape them together and see if it fits. But we can put it in there and make it fit. We'll put this piece in there. Once you get that piece, if it fits, then we'll put some tape down the middle, and then we have the piece.
Okay, and just put it over top.
Yeah,
So
that's what we'll do. So no worries. I'm going to. Do you want this outside, or you want to cut this inside? Is outside fine? Right here, babe. I'll do right here. Fine. Indecisive this morning, aren't I? Huh? Indecisive. Lincoln Electric. Right on. This is the only straight edge we have left on this piece here, so we'll probably be using this piece for on that, because we know that 1x2 is straight going across. What's going on down there in the corner? What are we hitting? We're hitting that piece, are we? Yeah. Or is it fitting good? That piece, okay. This is what's got to go on now. Let's get that taken off. I'll get you the grinder, and we'll take this off. And okay, I'll tell you what to do. Maybe I will. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, he can do that. Yes. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you this tool right here. I'm going to get you to. Yeah, you guys glasses. This is what's going on. We're going to I'll get your gloves. Jeez, I'm your little helper today, am I, Aidyn?
Reverse roll.
I'm your little helper today. Do you want earplugs, Aidyn? Yeah, well, you're only here for a little while. You probably shouldn't hurt your. Anyways, you can. Where are them at? You know where them are at? Yeah. Oh, we need a pocket. Good to go. So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you to flapper wheel down that little piece. You're going to flapper that down, and remember, you have to go for your paper to fit on. How far do you have to go? There?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try to get it flappered down there. Just going to sand it off. That's why I didn't give you a zip cut. Maybe I should have. Maybe you could have zipped there and whatever. But the flapper wheel that off. See that right there?
This piece.
Yeah, well, that piece that's turned out, that little piece there, flapper wheel that off. We're going to flapper wheel that off. Anything to hold us up from being right where we want to be. I'm going to try to get a wrench to take that off. Okay. And you just clean up some stuff. Flapper wheel that smooth. Flapper wheel that there smooth. You can try to flapper wheel that smooth. Yeah, try it. If it don't work, well, I'll give you a zip cut.
Okay.
Do not. Go for it.
Okay.
Fill your boots. But you have to leave it before you leave. Can't take it with you.
Oh.
I didn't plug you in yet. I was just tricking you to see if you're ready.
Get ready, yeah.
Right? I was just tricking you to see if you're ready. You got it, Pontiac. metal sharp. Best Band-Aids in the world is green tape.
Green tape?
I used to think it was black, but it's green now. And you know why? That's all I got right now. That metal sharp. Sharp. You want rather the zip wheel?
I think so, yeah.
Rather the zip wheel? Like surgery, eh?
Yeah. Precise.
Be careful with the zip wheel. You try not to bend it and all that sort of stuff because it does not. They don't like that, and they'll spit at you. But, just go straight down on it. And find the way you can cut it the best. You're probably going to be. I'll cut it. Watch yourself. I know I can get at it pretty good from here, and then I'll let you do the in one. Now you can just zip it off at the face if you know what I mean. Just cut it off if you can. Ah, boy! Crikey. I think you could do surgery. I wouldn't trust you, but go ahead. I'm just joking. Let's try to cut that one off. If you want me to go from the other side and try to cut it and you just shear it off like that again,
yep. Probably
probably easier for me. Good call. Good call. Some people would say, no, I got it.
I trust you.
Okay, good. Now you're just cutting the face. You're cutting it in like last time. Good man. I'm going to give you the flapper wheel back again. You can flapper wheel it off so it looks good. Oh, Fina's going to get the man working the fields. Oop, there it goes. I got it.
Gotcha.
Just flapper wheel them off. And if you feel like there's anything else there in your way, I got a wrench for that. You can take that off. We'll just flapper wheel those two ends, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Just flap them down smooth. That should be good enough. That should be good enough. Yep. Take that off. Lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. Lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. If you can recall that in your brain before you start taking off, you'll most generally get it every time. Lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. There you go. Cool. Let's take those two bad boys out. We don't need them. Those were hard. All righty. I'm going to get past you the pattern. Here's some tape. You're going to have to try to do a couple things at the same time. Alrighty. I'm going to hold this side on, or I think I'm going to. You're going to hold your side on. And then what are you going to do? Tape it together. Can you hold it and tape it together? Same, just bust a piece off, and then just tack it together. Look at that. You got fingers of gold. Good man. We're too shy on the other side. We're fitting there pretty good, are we? Okay, sounds good, man. Let's put another little bit of tape on it. I got it now. If it's taped together, you just tape it together. Just in the middle, there's taping. 50-50 if you can on each piece so we can make it stick good. Put another piece on her. We don't want her to come apart. Just like welding, we don't want her to come apart. Alright, let's take her. Can you get another piece up top here? Make sure it stays together a little better.
Yep.
More tape on her. Now, are we looking like a piece of metal that'll fit if you hold that? Holding that up in there? We a little shy over there in the corner up there, are we? Or, no, it's fine. We're a little shy now. See, we're a little shy here?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't mind that. You know why? Because we can weld on the face a little bit, right in the corner. We can bring it, you can bring it my way a little bit, push it my way a little bit. We can share, right? We can just split it 50-50, and then we got a good place to weld. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. Alrighty. Let's make a firewall. I'm just wondering, at the bottom, we can tack it at the bottom. You can feel a bunch of places you can tack it at the bottom, can you? Is there a couple places it can be tacked?
Yeah. For
For sure there is. We can go up underneath and hit it, can't we? I'm just wondering if we should put a little bend on it to make it a little bit stronger, But then again, we won't be able to bend the piece. Well, we would be able to bend the piece, I guess. So what I'm thinking is if we bend it, if we did it in the brake, which we're not going to get it in the brake because it's longer than 4 feet, no doubt in my mind. All right, we're going to make it in one piece. We're going to leave it just like this. I'm going to hold it. As we're seeing like that, does that still fit up in there? Let's take a look at that again. Got to look at it again, man. Before you cut her, bring her my way. Okay. Got her in there. Check and check all this underneath here. Look underneath here and see if it fits. Or is that holding you back a little bit, that little piece?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's pull this out. Now what you're going to do is we're going to pull this bad boy out and you're going to put a pair of scissors to that and say, no, you're not. See your tape holding there? See the tape coming apart? Yeah. I wonder if that's going to stay together or not. I'm going to... I think... Well, I think that'll... I'm not sure. We'll have to... Give me your tape then again, Aidyn, please. Stick some tape on that. Just come apart, that's all. We'll just tape it again. And then we'll check it again, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to tape it both sides this time. And if it's wrong, we'll have to tear it off. That's all. Just like if you put a patch on, you tacked it on, and it's not fitting, take it off. It's the exact same thing we're going to do with our piece of metal. We're going to try to get it in here, try to fit it up in here nice. Just go your way. Get your side fitting. Okay, I'm in. Now we all right? Yeah. You have to look all the way around, every aspect, all the way down that side. Come over here, look down this side, and all the way along the top.
There's a little gap right there, just because of that.
Okay. We'll cut that off then. We're rocking and rolling then. We're cooking with gas, as they say, Aidyn. We're cooking with gas. Cooking with gas. And like I say, every time, the faster you make that pattern, the faster you can become. And if you don't care how fast you are, don't complain you don't get your car done. You can come on out. Right. We're going to transfer this onto a piece of metal. I'm going to wipe this off. We got the rags right from the doctor's office. Feel like a doctor today, Aidyn?
No,
huh?
Doing surgery.
Doing surgery? Yes, we are. We're doing major surgery. Basically, on this piece that we want, I don't see us getting it out of this. No, I don't. And we're not getting it out of this. We're going to change metal. I'm going to give you the pattern, and I'm going to take this metal out of the way. No, I'm going to leave that metal and just put this one on top of it. You can clap if you like. I'm going to just grab that there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leave that to the highly trained professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's not me. Just gonna move this stuff out of the way here. And basically when you have something like that, I generally try to find a straight edge of the metal.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull this one out of here, and it already cut me once, that's why I didn't want to play with it. I'm just gonna pull it. What you want to do is you want to find a straight edge, this is the straightest edge. You would never want to use a cut edge. Like if you picked up a piece of metal to make that, and the cut edge, you don't know if it's straight or not. If you grab a cut edge, if you try to get a factory's edge, you know what I'm trying to say? I'll take this back over where it should be. Yeah, so what we're looking for is a factory edge. You've got the factory edge. You've got to, let's take this and wipe the grease off. Just pull it back for a sec. We'll just wipe the grease and oil off. Yeah, so you're just transferring, you're 3D printing and transferring it to a piece of metal that you make out of a piece of cardboard, and you transfer it to, to a piece of metal after we do the cardboard. You get enough down? That works for me. Now what has to happen is you have to have a marker. Look at this now. We got some magnets, but I don't open them up right now. I can hold it. You can hold it. Let's get a marker rolling. I got a marker right here.
Nope. Perfect.
You get your corner on down there. That's your corner, I guess.
Yep.
We'll go with that because you got get a little bit off here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trace my side, and I'll give the marker to you, and then you're going to trace your side. And we'll do it together. Usually it's me and Jolene are doing this. What, baby? Huh? Jolene's looking amazing today. Hair's nice and straight. Nice black top. Some thin fitting jeans. Pair of Chuck Taylors on. I'd chase her down. Aidyn asked me if I had a good morning this morning. I said, well, I was driving the 62 and I had a blondie with me. What do you think? Alrighty. We have a firewall. Now the thing is we're going to cut this bad boy, and I think we're going to use the plasma cutter, and I'm going to let you do it. All right. Oh. We're not going to use our new Lincoln, but we will soon. Yes, we will. We'll open her up and see what's going on. But we're going to use the old one for now. Yep. I have to thank Lincoln. Appreciate it very much. Alrighty. This thing is just like a welder. It's got to be grounded. You're going to want a ruler. You're going to want a ruler and maybe a pair of vice grips or needle nose. That one's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. And a pair of needle nose. I'll turn the air on. Alrighty, Aidyn. Let's get her. Show you what I like to do.
Okay.
So you can get a straight line going here. I don't want you to cut my tables in half. No, don't want you to cut the tables in half. This is sort of what I would do. We'll go on this side. See this plasma cutter here?
Yeah.
This thing here. See the distance from the center to that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So if I wanted to cut that line, I couldn't put this on the line and think I'm going to cut the line.
Maybe too far over.
Yeah. So what I do is I just kind of look at this. I've got it sorted down. I go about that far away because I know that's about center. You can actually watch this. Look, you can put it against there and find the center of your tip. Okay.
Right on the line.
There you go. So anyways, let's go down here. I'm going to get you a pair of C-clamps for now because that'll hold that back. You can't get it with the vice grips. Get a pair of C-clamps. this is what we'll do. We'll clamp the ruler down. You're gonna have to hold one in. You'll hold one in as you cut it. This is a bit much, but you're gonna do it. And if you screw it up, there's another piece of metal right there. This will be used on another patch. Right? I would never throw it away.
No.
No.
No wasting metal.
No wasting metal. And if you do screw up, you know what you do?
What?
Just keep working. Don't say nothing. Just keep working. Just go get another piece of metal and cut another piece of metal. You know what I mean? There's nothing worse than going somewhere and building something for somebody and someone making them a boo-boo, you know, just making a simple boo-boo and say, oh, I messed that piece up. Oh, I did that. Well, no, just keep working. It's not really a boo-boo. It's just another piece of metal that you're going to use somewhere else, right?
Repurpose.
Okay, repurpose. Okay, just look at it that way. If you fail, you know what I mean, you have to look at it that way. I do. I try to look at it that way. I got enough room there, I think, for the middle of this. See that?
Yep.
Also, watch this. Watch this. When I put this on there, what happens if I angle it like that?
It's gonna start cutting over that.
Well, look at the line. Come over this way. See where's the line at now if I do that? It's over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look, see if I put it straight up and down. I mean, if I put it straight up and down, or put it angled in like that, there I got the line. If I angle it like this, now I'm out on side the line, aren't I?
Yeah.
It's almost like a tape measure. If you take a tape measure and angle it, you're going to get the wrong read. If you take it and hold it straight where you should be all the way along, you'll be fine. But so basically, you can follow the line that you see there by just angling and putting it where it should be. To me, that's center. Like I would angle it in a little bit.
Okay.
Come take a look. Come from this end.
Yep.
Watch this. See, I'm a little bit outside the line right there.
Yeah.
A little bit outside, angled in, and you can tell as soon as you start cutting. Okay. I'm gonna get a marker. You get some gloves. I'm gonna mark the table because you're not cutting my tables. Yeah. I do that.
Cut the table?
Oh yeah. My tables, I'll cut them if I want to.
That's true.
Right? Okay. You get a pair of gloves on. I'm saying that we're gonna go with that for the line. I'm going to get your plasma cutter ready. So the plasma cutter has to be plugged in. It also needs air in the back, so you need compressed air. It's what it is. It's compressed air and electricity. The electricity's getting it, melting it, and the air's blowing it away. Green light means go. Red light means stop. And you put bread in the toaster, not toast. All right. Always check it. That'll put a hole in you, so you don't want to go like that and do it. You just very dangerous. You got gloves on. Now, what's going to happen is, come on up here. Come on up, man. I'm going to. How about you just do this for a second? Let's do this for a second. Watch this. Yeah. I just pull it. See how fast I went? Okay, you can sort of do it that fast. You're going to stop when you come close to that line. You're going to start up again when you hit on the other side of the line. You're going to stop when you get to that line. You start up when you hit that line. And then when you get down to the end of the ruler, we're going to take the ruler off and we'll move it down for you. And what's this? Up. Up. Just a safety feature, right? Don't pull it yet. I'm going to go to the other side. I want to help as much as I can, just so you know, and we get this piece done. That's all. And sorry, sweetheart. I'm going to hold this thing here. You're going to hold what you take. I'm going to give you some more of that. So you need more of that. Sorry about that. We'll give you more slack there. Put it underneath or on top. What do you want? Like it like that?
Yeah.
Is that okay? We can. Okay. I'm going to hold this here. You're going to, what can I say? You're not going to, usually if you're pulling a line without the ruler, you would use another hand to do that. But this time we're using the ruler to do that. So you're going to help hold the ruler down and pull along with your cutter. So you want to come up to the end here. Watch your fingers because when you go by, it's hot. Let's get up here. Let's pull your trigger. Go slow. Pull along. Once you pull your trigger, go along. Try to stay on the line. Keep going a little faster. I had my bench there. Good job. You can let off if you want to get repositioned. If you want to get repositioned, get down a little further. Yep.
There.
Go ahead. You can start back on here. Or no, go on here. Sorry, yeah, go on the other side. You start cutting my bench up. Yeah. Go ahead. Don't do this at home, people. This is just trained professional stuff. I suggest you do it at home. All right, let's go to the other side of this little bad boy. And we'll just do it to the vice grip and end it. End it. Awesome. Good. Awesome. What do you think of that?
It is good. There's a few stutters, but you know.
No, it's all. Listen, that's what happens to me, and that's what happens to everybody else, and that's what happens. It's kind of it's a slag machine, is what it causes. Slag. This thing. I'll show you how you clean it off. Let's pull this back, and I'm thinking that we need that much gap again, or close to it, right?
Yeah.
You can angle whatever way to get the. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to hold this in for you. We're just going to move it a little bit so you can cut the places that we missed. Now, cut the places that we missed. Let's do this one. Yep. And then let it off. And then we'll go up there and we'll cut that one, and then we'll finish cutting it off. Yep. Good. Awesome. Here. And there's many ways to cut this. You know, you can cut it with a zip cut. You can cut it with that there if you had someone to help you and you had, someone to help you. This way here, I'm able to do it by myself. Just put a ruler on it. Get yourself, whoa, just a minute. I didn't like how you had yourself positioned. Get yourself positioned. We'll pull this back a little bit. Just a minute. Yep. If you're not in the right position sometimes, that's when you end up making a shitty cut, you know. So if you're not in position, take your time. Try to find a good position. Watch yourself when you pull it off. Don't hit your lag or anything. Badass. Good job. All right, now we got that cut. I'm going to cut one, and then you're going to cut the other end. And I'm going to show you how to cut. I'm going to show you how to cut one. That's what I'm going to do. Look, put my arm here. Put my hand, my thumb, or whatever I can do to make two hands. I'm going to cut this piece, and then you're going to cut the other one. Yeah. Now, you're on this one. So, that's your cutting hand. Yeah, make it as steady. I want you to stay outside the line too, because there's no. We can flap or wheel off. I mean, this is your first time. Over there, I'm just showing off. Okay. Yeah. But you just stay on the outside of the line, then we can flap or wheel it to make it look nice. Okay? So get one hand to hold, one hand to pull, and try to keep steady. Okay? And if you need to stop, let off the trigger.
Okay.
He's a natural, boys. He's a natural. Get yourself positioned right. That's how fast you could wreck somebody's car. I think we blew a fuse. You almost should have stayed on the line because you're doing good. You know what I mean?
Doing okay.
Now you get a flapper wheel. But we'll fix the old circuit breaker here. Circuit breaker. Does it come back on, the green light?
Yeah, green light's on.
Is there any red lights?
Nope.
Check your thing and see if it's working. Alrighty, it's your chance to go again. Try to pull that one along. Just pull it along, get a little faster. Now your hand's coming off, that's where it gets hard. You know what I mean? You got no rest?
No rest.
Atta boy, you got her, man. Good job. Awesome. Excellent. Excellent. knock that off when we wherever it's hitting. Wonderful. Okay, we can still see the line, can we?
Yes.
What we'll do is we'll put the pattern on it. I'll knock some slag off it. We'll put the pattern on it. Then we can flap or wheel it to make it fit perfectly. So what has to happen with that bad boy? I like to let it cool off. That's what I like to let it do. And then turn it off. It turns off on the back. Just turn it off. There's a switch on the back of that, and undo the air. Perfect. All right. This is how I get rid of the slag. This is how I get rid of the slag. Instead of grinding off, I just take the hammer with the flat end. See that flat end?
Yeah.
Just knocking it off. It's hard to grind off sometimes. Try it.
Okay.
May as well. Only way you're gonna do it is to do it, I guess, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Just knocking off the slag. It's easier to knock off than grind off is what I'm trying to tell you. And it's not that hard to knock off, is it?
No.
You'd be surprised you put a grinder on that, how long it take you to grind it off when it's that easy to knock off, you know?
Even when it's like that thin.
Well, like here, I'll tell you. Take the flapper wheel and try to grind that off compared to knocking it off with a hammer. Try to grind that flat. Try to grind this off. Just lay it flat and try to grind that off. Put her down on it. You're grinding metal for no reason, especially when you can knock it off with a hammer.
And just chip it.
Yeah, and then we'll flapper wheel. You keep continuing that off. That's why I like to knock it off the hammer. I'd rather do that than sand it off. Don't choke the hammer out. There you go. Gene used to bug me about that all the time.
Oh, really?
Choking the hammer. Choke my chicken, not the hammer. Knock her off, bro. That's called slag. And I'm not pulling your leg. It's true. Yeah. Keep going. Take her off. If I'm in your way, just tell me. I'll get her. I'll get her from there. Alrighty. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Let's. Just want to rub that off. Make sure it's nice and flat. Generally, the only way you can get it going down flat is you hold the grinder flat. If I start doing this, I'm not going to make anything flat. I'm going to be digging at it and making it wobbly. If I hold the grinder flat, I might get it flat. If I go like, you know what I'm trying to tell you? Like,
Digging in.
yeah, hold the grinder flat. Alrighty. Let's put our pattern on it. Our pattern's right here. I think we're going to have to take some off the end. Just from being careful. But that's okay, isn't it? What's your end look like?
Got a little bit to take off.
We had a little bit left, did we not? We should try it. And Jolene's back there telling us, yep, you did. Alrighty, let's get inside there. You get inside and I'll pass you this pattern in. What I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? I'll have you all bruised up. Alrighty. Put this piece of metal in across there. You're going to the other side. Are you able to got it all? I haven't got this side. I'm gonna let go.
Yep.
Now, put that up in there. We need a little bit off, then we don't. Or do we? We need a little bit off. Can you go your way a little bit? No, we need a little bit off. No, we don't. You're in there. Are you in there now? Or are you out?
Out.
You're out, okay. So we need a little bit off, do we not?
Just a tiny bit, yeah.
Good. Good. Awesome. What's that, sweetheart? Watch your head on the hinges when you come out. If not, it'll make your head soft.
Learned my lesson.
It won't hurt you. It won't hurt you much. Now, on something like this, I'm just gonna. You can stay right there, yeah.
Right.
I'm just gonna guess a little bit. You know, just need a little bit off, do we not?
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
An eighth. An eighth be fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Good. I'm happy with your decision. I gotta do something. Put my knee pads on. I gotta get down and take it. And I see that the metal is hanging down. There's just one sheet of metal coming down. We might put something across the bottom to finish it, to make it look really good. But it's hard to get, we would never get it in there in one piece. If we bent it one piece and we couldn't bend it to get it in there, if you know what I'm trying. If we bend an edge on it, you can't bend it. If we put it in the brake and bend a 1/2 inch, then you're not bending it no more because it's got that bend in it.
Stand.
Well, it makes strength. If I take and bend a 1/2 inch of this, it makes strength, and you never bend it to get it. Well, you might, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, we might add something to it to strengthen it and give it a finished look underneath, because the toe boards would be sandblasted. They're all good. We just want to cover up the firewall so when you look down at the engine, it looks good. This is for you, Aidyn. I'm going to give you something to do here, and it's really, we're gonna clean in here, right up in there, because we're gonna weld there.
Yeah.
Are you able to knock off a little bit of? I'm going to give you the air and the die grinder instead,
okay.
Or a little tiny grinder. You can get in there. Just want you to get ready for when we get our piece made and get going. I'll be right with you. I'll be right with you. Yeah, basically what I want you to do is just try to get it. We know where we're going to weld it, and along that edge there a little bit. See if you can get in there and along there. Just clean it up so we'll have a better time.
Good.
I'm going to get you a little screwdriver. See if we can get that tag off. I don't want to cover that tag up. I don't think I want to, anyways. What's it? A little tiny
slot.
Not sure if you can get it off or not, but we'll try to get it off. Of them are too big or what? Too big? You might have to slide it up through the. Yeah, that'll get. Anyways,
Be very sharp.
I'm going to grind this off. I'm going to get you the air so you can grind off the edges. This is your air here for your tool to clean up. Can you get a good?
Yeah, smaller one.
Yeah, it is smaller, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's the air there if you want to do the clean. I'll get another screwdriver. I don't know if it'll work or not. I got one of them, and if it makes me ugly, I'll just cut them off and pull it out. You know. If you can't get them out, we'll just snip the heads of the screws off and pull it out. It's just brass screws, I think. Will they come out?
One will.
Well, this is what I'm going to do. Take this thing and just flap the head screws off. Flap the head of the screws off, and we'll just pull it off in case so we have it. I don't care if you damage the corner of the tags. We just want it off. There you go, let's take them off. That one's come off. Yeah, get the other corner. Not sure if we need that or not, to be honest with you, but you got one out, didn't you?
This one will come out.
Alright, you got the other one up in the other corner, and then we're gangbuster. You want that screwdriver plier to just pry it off? I'm not sure if I even need that. But it's there. Might as well have it in case I want to put it somewhere. I got the papers. Here we go. Come on, oh man. Yeah. There's our VIN sheet. Shh, shh. If you want to get that screw, that'd be great. Let's take your wheel and go around and get that cleaned up.
Yeah.
I'm going to call this the face of it. When Aidyn gets done that there, we'll make a pattern on this. I'll show him just make a pattern, and then we'll put it in the step roller. We'll step it out, do something to it, give it a little more strength, rather than just a flat sheet of metal to make it look like it probably should be there. We're not going to do anything crazy with it. We're just going to step roll it a little bit. And then we'll do the exact same thing to the other firewall, so when we look it up, it looks clean. Like, you know, when you lift the hood, it looks clean. And basically, this, what we're doing here right now, you know, if you're shown, you should be able to do it. Right on. He's cleaning the little lip underneath the lip where we're going to weld it to. You're not going to be able to see it where we're welding it. Down the side, you're going to be able to see it a little bit, but that's fine. We'll put a little seam sealer on there, and we should be good. And if you want it to make it look even better than that, you weld it all the way along, you grind it all off, you fill it out so you can't tell, and then prime it and paint it. All right, can you rub just take it real quick and just rub along the bottom here. And just clean off a little bit to see what's happening. You might, maybe you want the flapper wheel for that. I'm not sure. Maybe the flap, or you like that little thing. Go for it. Kick ass. Kicking ass and taking numbers. I just want to wait till he gets out until we can do this together. And this piece of metal right here, we're using 18 gauge. You can use a lot thicker than that if you want to. This is what we have. This is what we're going to use. And we'll put a little step roll in it. The reason I say we're going to put a little step roll in it because you can see how their firewall is. They got the beads going down in it. They got a bend in it. They got this there in it. You know, we're just going to try to clean it up a little bit. Toe boards in this are going to have to be dealt with when the body comes off. Just take the slapper wheel and run across that right quickly. Yeah, just run a straight line sort of across. Yeah, just run it straight across just quickly in case we have to tack something or whatever. Just a little bit of clean metal there. There's no rot. We just got rusty, dirty metal. Lay it flat. Lay the grinder flat as possible. There you go. Turn the other way. There you go. Yeah, run across that please there too, please. Yep, run across that please. Good enough, man. Good enough. All right, let's pull this thing out. I'm going to give you this piece of metal again.
Okay.
We're going to try it in there. Now, let's see if we can put it in there without bending it. And that way there, I know I could put a bend on the bottom of it. Can you get in there without bending it?
Yeah.
Wow, we could put a bend on the bottom of it if we want to. A little bit of one. You got a hold of it. Now, we're not in. See these things here? You can see the front. See these? Let's push it up tight. See what's holding us out? Push that up tight. More my way. Are you in yet? You're in. But you know what's holding us out?
That plate.
This one right here. That little piece right there.
Yeah.
And that little piece on the other side. You know what I'm getting at? They have to be trimmed off a little bit further.
Trimmed down far.
Okay. So let's pull it back out again. Where this is past 4 feet. Where that's longer than 4 feet, I can't get in my brake to break the edge. I probably would break a little, probably a 1/4 inch ledge and make it stronger. Have not got the brake to do that, so what I'll do on the back side, we'll leave this all in the front, but on the back side, we'll put a piece of angle iron all across the whole way back, and we'll connect it to that firewall and this piece to give it strength. And we'll just spot it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, just spot it on. Maybe drill some holes in the front of this, maybe with the thing, and then we'll spot it on. We have to take that down further. What would you like to take that down further with? The zip cut or the flapper wheel?
Zip cut, I think. If you want to go, can you come down through here and then I'll do this
Yep,
side?
we can do that again.
Yeah.
We most certainly can. I just wonder if I can get this one down there and just
You reach down?
give her. I'm gonna give her hell.
Okay.
Got a nice little round edge there, have it not? Looks
Yeah.
round, does it not?
Yep.
A little bit, so
Yeah,
maybe
that's
it'll
right.
look nice. I'm not sure. Once we put the piece on top of it. slide that down in there. Anytime you, like what I call break the edge, anytime you put a bend in a piece of metal, it makes it stronger, okay? So if we bent this metal all the way along, say a ½ inch of it, and bent it, and made a break, put it in the break and bent it, it would make that metal a lot stronger. Are you in yet?
Just not there.
Are you not being, I think as far as I can go on this side, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's not holding us up anymore. Is yours holding you up? Or is it something else? I got this side if you want to play with it. Push up, push up. You got it up tight. Try to push it in as far as you can.
That's like underneath the lip, though.
That's what?
It's like
right on the lip, perfect? Is it on the lip perfect there where you're going to weld it?
That's where it is, yeah.
Okay. Now put your edge in. Push your edge in. Just a minute now. You're not getting in there all the way now, are you?
No.
What's going on here? Just I'm out here for a second. Let me. I'm out of the.
Okay.
Are you in yet?
No.
I'm going to do this again.
Good.
So I got to get in there. Is what I got to get in. There. I'm in there now. Let me get my fingers out. Ah.
Good.
And now I'm inside where I'm supposed to be. All right, can you get in there yet? Can you get your top in? Or do I need to get more off? Pull your, there you go. Just, if you want to get that in there, you just pull your center out and then make it smaller, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now you're in there.
Yeah.
Are you up against, what's this, you're up against this piece still, or are you up against the firewall? Which is it? You have to figure that out for me. You're up against that piece right there?
Yeah.
How far are you away from the firewall? Just a little tiny bit? Pull them gloves off and you'll know. Get up in there by the piece, up and by the mount right there, yeah. How far are you from the firewall? Fingers length?
Fingers length.
Okay, so I'll just knock it off some more. I'm gonna get you to keep the piece.
Yep.
Keep the piece. You ever been required to do that before, Aidyn? Keep the piece?
Keep the piece.
Yeah. By the justice of the peace? You keep the peace? I take it you haven't. All right, let's pull that out of there. Okay, what I'm thinking is, yeah, just stick her layer up there somewhere, lay it like that. That'll be fine. It's okay, baby.
Okay.
Just lay it like that. Just like that. Just be careful. Now, when it was it hitting on this piece here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we just need to take a little more off, a little down, a little further. All right, bro. It's very easy to go too far, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. It's very easy to go too far.
Bit by bit.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit by little bit. Now you've taken this out, so the marks are on the back, so you're gonna have to go back in.
Yeah.
How'd you get it out that way? How'd you do that? No, don't go that way, does it? It goes that way. Perfect. You got a hold of it.
Yeah.
And all I'm gonna do is help you.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay. Is it fitting? Can you push it in there a little? Can you see the end there? See this end right here? Look. See this end right, the very corner end?
Yeah.
Can that push in a little bit? Is it holding out on you? Right over the very end. Right over there. Push that in. Is it the metal too? Is it too long? Does it have to take some off that edge, or is it the mount?
It's pushing against.
Come hold this side for a sec.
Yep.
I haven't got this in right. Pull it out in the center, and then we get our piece in, and then go for it. I'm not in there where I should be on this, am I? Yes, I know what's going on now. That mic is up my nose. Sorry about that, people. We're up against there now, and that's why that's not in there, because it sits on the edge before. What I'm saying is before it's inside, does it not? It sits on this edge up here?
Yeah. Mine's
Okay.
But.
Okay, I want you to hold that right there, please. Thank you.
Yep, not moving.
Not a problem, he says. Not a problem. Oh, one end, come down.
Got it.
All right. Now there's something. Wrap here tight, right up here tight. All right, let's pull it down, or just pull it out. Let it down, pull it out. Pull it. Okay. There's nothing holding it out. It's just got to be bent back a little bit. Let's do it again. Up tight against your piece.
Yep.
Let's push that in there. Right on. You're in there on that end, are you not?
Yeah. Just that top corner.
Are you in there now? Right. The top corner same way in this way. Yeah, matches up. Just and then it goes on the way down.
Yeah.
Cool. See, and then we can make a nice piece of, maybe a little piece of small angle iron, excuse me. We can hook it on here, hook it on over there, and then we can weld it on here to make that nice and finished. Okay. All right. We're gonna call it a day. Not a day, but we're gonna call that piece made.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you pass it to me. Watch yourself on the hinges. You're free to come out.
Ready.
This is how I want to do this. I want to make it as simple as possible.
Oops, sorry.
A bead roll. You know what a bead roller is? I'm going to show you. What happens is a bead roller can make a shape. This is what a bead roller does. See that stuff there?
Oh yeah.
See that? All on there. That's done by a press. No doubt in my mind, they shoved a piece of metal in, the big press come down, boom, there's your firewall. They took it over to the people that need. They pinch welded it into the car. It's over. What we have is, see the little blue thing in there? It's got it's got a wheel on it.
Yeah.
Or it's got a winding wheel on it like that, and it's got 2 dies on the end of it. You stick your metal in it, and it will give you a shape. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to give this piece a shape. And what I like to do, I like to make it as simple as possible, where I have this ruler here. What we'll do is I'll just mark all the way around the edge, say in, I don't know what that is, 2 inches or whatever, and we'll go all the way, we'll step it out. We'll step it out or in one way or the other. We're not going to do a whole bunch of them. We don't need it. It does not need it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw a line on here. And we'll go all the way around the outside. We'll pick the best one. How's that? Right? And I can draw that on. We can just guess. Put same distance away, look. Put same distance. That's all I'm trying to do is get a same distance. I'll put it on with tape so we know which one to go with. This is a line for our tool to follow. For our bead roller to follow. And we'll just do it on the outside. That way there we know we're not going to get jammed up in the center. What I mean by this jammed up in the center, on a bead roller, the throat is only so big. I think it's 18 inches or something like that. We're just going to come in here and do the bead roll all along on this line. I'm going to get some tape and put it on there for us. Tape. See the tape anywhere?
Oh, here.
Cool. Thank you. The tape is for the both of us. Right? All right, I'm just trying to keep the same distance here. There, I'm just eyeing it up. I'm not going to worry too much about that. No, I'm not. Now, when you do your project, if you want to fuss over what you want in there, if you want a triangle there and you want a triangle there and you want a triangle there, go ahead. I'm just kind of trying to do it as fast and as what needs to be done, fast as possible. But what I'm saying is, when you do your build, that's the time when you do whatever you like. And what I mean by whatever you like is whatever you want, whatever you like. If you want if you want a bead rolled 6 squares in that, and a triangle in that, and this and that, go for it. Go for it.
Creative freedom.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. This is creative freedom. You're allowed to do whatever you want. I don't know if I'm over there far enough or not. Getting picky now, see? Alrighty. And then we'll just do that line, and then the panel will be stepped out. Okay. Why does that look bigger? I went on the wrong side of the line on this one. See that? Huh? Well, we won't use that piece of tape then. We'll use this piece of tape. See the mistake I made?
Oh, okay.
Tape's on the wrong side of the line?
Yeah, it's on the outside.
Right. Hold that down for me, please. Thank you. Now when you put that down, there you go. Try to keep the same distance. Bring it out some more. You know, good. Awesome. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'll let you slide. If I can make them... Yeah, it's creative freedom. I like that you used the word freedom. Yeah. Freedom! We have a commercial here on our radio. It says that we're not free until we're free. Free from what? I do whatever. I don't know what you're talking about. Free from what? Nova Scotia, man. Best place in the world. Come on, get off. You know what? That made me ugly for a second. There you go. The tape did, that is. Alrighty, we're going to follow that line. Believe it or not. We're going to step roll that. Then we're going to stick that in there, and then it's going to look like it's always been made to be there. I'm going to get the bead roller ready over here. You might as well come in with me for a second, Aidyn. Hard to believe, but that's my old doctor bag.
Oh, sir.
Full of seam sealer. I'm going to grab the piece. You may as well stay right there. Here's your gloves.
Thank you.
And what am I going to say? It'd be nice for you to have a bench. I'm going to take one of these benches here. I'm going to roll it through for you and try to help you hold it.
Okay.
Show you in a short second here. I'm going to take this metal back. Take one of the benches in there that's the highest. Yeah, put it on the back side. Come over here. We're going to run it through.
Okay.
Not really that great, but I'm going to do something else. Just 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make your firewall look as pretty as you want to. I basically just want a nice piece of metal in there with the step rolls. Fine for me. Now, see this metal here? See what's going on here? When I put that in there and squeeze that down, that's going to step it up or down one way or the other. And we're going to find out very quickly, because I'm going to give you a piece to try. So I'll go aside there. I'm running, boys. I'm running. Watch this. See this here? This puts pressure on it. Right now it can go in there, right? When I put pressure down on it, that thing not work. That thing work like a donkey's head. Watch this. When it comes to the other side. See the step?
Yeah. Okay, makes a little like ridge on it.
Well, most people don't want to call it a ridge. Most people want to. But you see how that's going there? See how I step that up? Now, I take that off. Turn her out there a little bit. Put this metal in here. Hold this metal on the end. I'm going to give this to you. I don't know if you know it or not, but I'm giving this metal to you. Bum, 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 bum. Just a second now. I'm going to pull that back. I'm going to give that metal to you.
Okay.
That step did. And that can go in either way, can it not? Yeah, it can. Should be able to. Should be the same, should it not?
Other side.
Yeah. Yeah, but once we step it, we can pick and choose what side we want. If we want it stepped out or if we want it stepped in.
Yeah.
Basically, right now, if we put it in there, we're going to get. That's terrible. We're going to be. Okay. Doesn't matter. Gotta move this. It's in the way. Gotta move it. Alrighty. I'm gonna take the power off this thing. It's not working that great. See that? Let's put this up in here. Okay. Get it up in there straight. You want to hold it flat. You want to hold it flat because if you don't, you start bending it. Okay. See that? How I got that on that line?
Yeah, on the outside of the tape.
See that bird out there whistling at me. See how that's like that? Do you think if I roll that through, you can keep this line, this edge on that line?
Yeah.
All the way there?
Think so?
Here we go. All right, I'm going to turn it down, okay? I'm just going to take it and see if I got it in far enough first. Just roll it in a little bit further. Can you push it in a little further? All righty. In a little further. Here we go. I'm going to. All right, I'm just going to roll it slow, okay?
Okay.
Now, I want to take a look and see what's going on. That's fine. That's perfect. You I got her?
Yeah.
Okay, brother. I'm going to go back at her again. If I start going too fast, you just let me know, okay?
Okay.
Try to keep her on the line. Can you hear it? And if it folds, if you come back, it'll come down to your bench. Try to keep her on your line. That bird's red. And I've named him Fred.
Fred.
Just let her slide along your wood if you can. Keep her lined up. Now what you're doing there is takes time to get used to that, doing that sort of stuff. This part over here, me wheeling it through, this isn't anybody's job. Yeah, Jolene's going to help slide that along a little bit if it's holding up on you. Keep her right on your line if you can.
He's out.
You're out?
Yeah.
So you're going to go the other way. All right, let's do it again. Let's keep going. Keeps hitting the wood. Is that what's doing on you, Aidyn?
Yeah, jumping a little bit.
Okay, just a minute. Jesus Christ, I couldn't even rip that off. Well, see how that's going like that?
Yeah.
Probably we wouldn't want that in the end, but we'll straighten it out. So let's let's do. How about you can you turn that for a second, and I'll just wheel it around this corner, and we're not going to get to the other side because I'm going to whack the walls. What's going to happen? That's a shame. What's that?
It's gonna come around as you turn it.
Yeah. We can take it out and do the other line, and then we'll do it. How's that?
Okay.
Let's take it out and do that. Let's do the other side. Ready? You're on the end. You're on the end. You're on the line here. Are you ready?
Yep.
I'm going to take you back a little bit.
Okay.
Keep it on the line.
Yeah.
And do it again. Keep it on the line. I'm going to try to keep this thing here on this line.
On the far right.
On this line. See, we're over already, eh?
Yeah.
You got to straighten her out. The line you're on, keep that point on that line.
Yeah.
If you can. There's a wild sound, isn't it? We are stretching the metal. We're going to put the piece of cardboard underneath there, sweetheart. Okay. Put it right into the corner. So there you go. You all right?
Yep. Hold it. She's come over.
Yeah.
There.
What has to happen is you got to go.
Gotta go in that
See
way.
this?
Yeah.
See that?
Gotta come back.
Gotta come back.
Gotcha.
There's nothing we can do now. That's the basic of the bead roller. This takes a lot of practice. And I probably maybe should. Oh well, it is what it is.
Okay, got her.
But when you go look at the line, you'll say, "Oh, I didn't get her."
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to tell you. You'll see when we're done here in a minute how precious a smooth hand and a straight eye is. And take it right to the end of the tape. Wow. Good job all the way up far as there and then back down here, just getting off the line a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. Let's I should have went all the way with that one, just like I did that one. And then we could have just finished it. Alrighty. I'm going to put this back in the other way. I'm going to finish this line here that I started, that I should have finished to begin with you. I'm going to go right there. You stay right there.
Okay.
You stay right there. And I'm just going to roll it. Just a little ways. There. And then I'm going to keep going just a little bit further. All right, let's do this side again. Yep. No, we can't do it that way. Can't do it that way. I want to finish this line down here. I'll have to take it all the way through. Let's do it this way. Put it back through again. Stay where you're at.
Okay.
Are you ready? I'm taking this back up. I have to finish that right to the end. We're going to square it off. We're not going to try to go around the circles or anything. Just trying to finish with the tape, right? Just trying to finish it off. Try to go straight with your tape. Which way's it got to go? That way. I'm going to have to move this machine more. Now we want the sides. Come on. No, just grab your thing.
Okay.
Down a little bit. Here we go. Ba ba blah la. Here we go. Now, that thing, yeah.
Does that come off?
Well, it looks like you're going to go this way anyways.
Should be alright.
Should be right. Want to try it? Probably not, eh? Damn it. How's that? All right. Can you hold it and do that too? You may as well finish it. Come over here. Come over here. Hold this hand here. Hold that hand. You're holding that middle there, and you're going to feed that through there. Okay? Ready?
Okay.
Are you ready, Freddie? Try to keep it on the line. Do whatever you got to do to keep it on the line. You need to go ahead, don't you? You need to get that out of there, don't you?
Yeah, just further.
Not what I was interested in doing. What do you think now? Can you get in there now, you think? Or are we still going to hit the damn thing? Still got to go through to hit it.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Because as it comes around the corner, it's going to go that way.
Just hold on to it.
Yep.
Hold on to your metal sheet.
Yep.
In the first place. Alrighty, you able to keep it on the line? Here we go. Nobody's breathing. No, go too fast now. Here, come around here a little bit. hang of that. Come to the other side. We're going to start. It seems like everything's in the way, doesn't it? Huh?
A little bit, just a little bit.
Everything's in the way, man. Damn it. Just a second. I'll just take this out.
Yeah.
You can turn this around. Now you can see what some of the problems are when it comes to bead rolling. Sometimes things you don't have room to, like see how the throat's this way? If I get in here too far, I can't come back out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How are we going to do that? Can you hold that handle down?
This one?
Yep, hold it down. Thank you. That's what we're going to do. We're going to hold the handle down. Alrighty, I'm going to put it in where I want it. Damn it! Stay off. Alrighty, we'll soon be done here, Aidyn. We'll be soon done with this, I can tell you that. Alrighty, you out far enough still? Probably not.
A little more.
Alrighty, I'm just going to try to roll it through here slowly, and you're going to be on the other end to hold it. I'll give you the honors of taking the tape off. Alright. We'll bring it out here and put it on this thing out here. We'll see what it looks like. It's not going to look fantastic. Put it here. Put it here. But it's going to look okay. I'll get a rag and ouch. Ooh, thinner than the old cat. Woo, baby! I love it. Turn me on. Turn me loose. Now, as we adjust and take a look, we're a little bit wobbly. Don't know what to say yet, but we'll carry on. Let's go put it in. The sign on. Alrighty. Yeah, put her down in there. We did that side. We sunk it in. See what happens. Nope. Sorry. I know what you're saying now. Turn her up the other way, man. All you have to do is speak a little louder. Hey, man, that's the wrong way. Now, I want you to put it in place, and I'm going to tell you if I can see the... You know what? The bottom line isn't too bad. See how that's going there? The bottom line isn't too bad. The top line is kind of whatever. We can try to run it through again. See what happens. Let's try it. But it looks good, eh? You know what I'm saying now? You know what I'm saying? How we make a firewall? That basically was set in there. We weld that in there, weld that all the way around there, put that in there, and that would be our recessed firewall. I'm just afraid if we run it through again, it might make it worse. I've done that a few times to make it worse. I don't know if I can make it better. And I don't know, like obviously you can weld it in there, throw a little fill on it, which they all do, unless it's perfect bead, unless someone did a perfect job bead rolling, which most people do not, I'm afraid to say. But what you do is you weld that in there, you fill that up, make that line straight, and be happy with it. I'm just wondering if we should try to roll through again. We're at 145? Alrighty, we're going to leave it as that, and you're going to have to come back and see what we did. Aidyn has made his first firewall from start to finish. You've made your first firewall by making a paper pattern, cutting it and see if it fits. Then he transferred it to a piece of metal, and then he's bead rolled a piece of metal to make the firewall. So you understand exactly what's going on to make a nice firewall. You can do it in a bunch of different ways, whatever you want to do. But anyways, let's give away a hat or shirt. We'll just leave that for now, Aidyn. We'll see what we're going to do with it. We're going to give away a hat or a shirt. Where's the computer at? Down here. Good job, Aidyn. Listen, first time, you done awesome. We really put you underneath the spotlight there, we did, mister. Didn't we?
Just a bit of practice, you know.
We know what you're made of. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. You did not for 1 minute say, oh, I can't do it, I can't see, don't stop. I didn't hear any of that sort of stuff, so I think everything went awesome. And basically what pertains on that sort of stuff that we're doing there, that's called practice, 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 practice. You practice that more and more and more all the time. But I think we might try to run through again. We might be able to straighten it up a little bit, you know what I mean? We will. Yes! I know we can. And that's the attitude you got to have. I know I can. Thanks, everybody, for coming and giving us the support. Aidyn did a good job today. First time on the bead roller. It's a hard thing to do, man, is make a straight line. I try to follow a straight line, and I have a hard time. Michael Riff?
I think it's a different language.
Michelle Riff? Who knows? Super good job. Mig Haver Dag Till Fog Med. Awesome. I think the exact same thing, man. You have won a shirt or a hat. I apologize. Of your choice, you just have to get a hold of Jolene, and Aidyn's doing good.